Sexual marketplace value is decreasing. You got people telling them that 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 that, and because she black women think they can turn their femininity on or off. I believe that black women honestly think that by walking around in their masculine energy, they are actually helping themselves. But all you gotta do is look at the reality of their ring finger. Who make these ridiculous lists of standards to keep their list so high to justify why they end up by themselves. Fellas, tell these women what that lace front across your head does. It just tells us you are lazy ass French toast. This woman can't even be bothered. You're going to the factory where you have to wear Spanx and trainers and all kind of stuff to just lie. Single till you die. See your Instagram and I'll tell you whether you're domestic or you're a stray. Where are you going to find all these men? Where are you going to find them? And the answer is you're not. Everybody makes a mistake. True. I was young and dumb. Fine. But ladies, it matters. There's a cost. You can't undo it like you wish you could. Just cleanse the environment of ratchet. First, we cleanse the environment of ratchet with sage. Num num urenge ochoyo. Num num urenge ochoyo.
People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
That ego and that pride, sis, fucks so many black women up. You got too much ego and pride. That's where all this masculine aggression is coming from.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's get it. Oh, how did I have that? All right, let's just play that anyway since it's up there. Fuck. Let's play that.
So I'm in a long distance relationship, and that's already hard enough. So babe flew me out because we missing each other real bad, want to see each other real bad. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Decided to show up. Mother Nature, that funky. Decided to come this week. Was supposed to be here last week, but decided to wait a week to come this week when I already had my motherfucking flight booked. That pissed me off. So you know what me and Bae did? We went on TikTok and researched some shit. And they're supposed to stop your period in an hour or something. And we about to see if they do. Because if not, he gonna be running the motherfucking red light tonight. But we about to see if we can prevent that red light. But we gonna try it. I'll be back to let y'all know if it work or not. We got to mix it up, y'all. So we're gonna do a full cup of water. This is half of this. Ooh, it's a lot. Dang. We gonna make sure this shit gone. I need it to be out of here. And I think some women this shit gonna work. Okay, I think it's ready, y'all. Here, y'all try it first. Here, eat. Y'all know they do that. Here, eat.
We now return you to T. All right, there it was, guys. I just wanted to show y'all how your sisters will give you the box. And now we will get started with the program. We're going to start off light. Okay. This is a good class. This class, let me tell you something. This class right here will piss you all the way off. And this class is the perfect illustration of lies, deception, betrayal, don't care about the black man, everything you could think of. Anything you could think of when you try to talk about bad. So we're going to start here, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Look at the decisions that women make for themselves.
I'm 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and my child's father, all within a day of finding out that I was pregnant, that I may have an ectopic pregnancy, going to the emergency rooms, spending hours and hours and hours getting poked and prodded to find out that my baby's okay and in my uterus where they should be, and my hormone levels are where they should be. So within a day of finding all that out, the father of my child said he doesn't want this. He doesn't think this is a good idea, and he wants me to not keep the baby.
Now, this is an interesting story here. Now, ectopic pregnancy, okay? This is a weird story. Listen to how she frames it. An ectopic pregnancy means your baby is not in your uterus, but somebody told her it was, and she told him.
Ectopic pregnancy
That women make for themselves.
I'm 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and my child's father, all within a day of finding out that I was pregnant, that I may have an ectopic pregnancy, going to the emergency rooms, spending hours and hours and hours getting poked and prodded to find out that my baby's okay and in my uterus where they should be, and my hormone levels are where they should be.
All right. Now, whether she got diagnosed correctly or misdiagnosed, okay, it can happen with the ectopic pregnancy, right? But I want you guys to know one thing. She's 41 years old. She's 41 years old, 6 weeks pregnant, and they told her it was an ectopic pregnancy. Stay with me. With the class, we're going to formulate this whole class. Just want you to pay attention.
Emergency rooms, spending hours and hours. My child's father, all within a day of finding out that I was pregnant, that I may have an ectopic pregnancy, going to the emergency rooms, spending hours and hours and hours getting poked and prodded to find out that my baby's okay and in my uterus where they should be, and my hormone levels are where they should be. So within a day of finding all that out, the father of my child said he doesn't want this. He doesn't think this is a good idea, and he wants me to not keep the baby.
Now, she's 41. All right? She's 41 years old, okay? So he said no.
Let me be very clear that my child's father was very aware of what was going on. This wasn't like nobody was trapped. He repeated over and over and over again how bad he wanted us to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to get pregnant.
Now, he wanted her to get pregnant really bad at 41. They told her she had an ectopic pregnancy. She said, no, he did. No, she does not. Let's go.
And then I get pregnant, and he's like, no. And today he told me, well, listen, you have to get rid of the baby because actually I'm married. When we got together, thought we were getting divorced. I had requested a divorce. Things was done, I thought, but that didn't happen. And
now turns out she was doing a married man. Okay. So this story doesn't seem to go well.
Together, thought we were getting divorced. I had requested a divorce. Things was done, I thought, but that didn't happen. And now I'm trying to work my marriage out. So you cannot have my baby. So now here we are. And I'm trying to keep my stress levels down because one of the reasons they thought it was, or wanted to rule out it being ectopic pregnancy, was because I was bleeding and still having a little bleeding issues. You know, I'm trying to stay.
Now she's crying. My class, you know why she's crying. There's some other shit. Let's go.
Now, because one of the reasons they thought it was, or wanted to rule out it being ectopic pregnancy, was because I was bleeding and still having a little bleeding issues. You know, I'm trying to stay calm, keep the stress down so I don't harm my baby, but I'm just struggling because I'm trying to figure out.
The NBA playoffs are here, and I'm betting rebound props on FanDuel. I am the league's greatest rebounder. Ain't that
Why I needed this?
why I needed to be trying to ask God, like, why I needed to be bent and broken and snapped in this way.
You see how women don't like to take no accountability for nothing. Now we want to blame God. Why, ma'am? How you let a man talk you into having a baby and you didn't know this man was married? Why are y'all having babies by strangers? Why are y'all letting strangers talk you into having a baby? And she won't do on demise
with me. I was minding my business, y'all. That man was persistent to even get a chance with me.
Women be acting like they so hard to get. He was so persistent to get a chance with me. Why y'all acting like y'all so hard to get? When a dude ain't got to do nothing but give you $100 bill and tell you beautiful. That's all he got to do. Ma'am. Married man, women.
And then to say you're and now my poor baby. Poor baby. I don't want this life for my baby. And you know what? I'm 41. I don't have any children. This is my first.
How you 41? I'm 39. I'm 39. All the niggas played me happened in my 20s. That's for
but now it's here. Just married the whole time. Intentionally got me pregnant, and once I got pregnant, told me I don't want nothing to do with this.
How y'all don't know the game by now?
Ain't no game. Ain't nobody intentionally get her pregnant. She wanted raw dick. She wanted raw dick. She wanted to close her legs and lock him in when he said, yo, I'm coming. That man ain't did nothing.
How in the hell don't y'all know the game? Why are you having babies for me? Huh? This not married. 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant. You go.
All right. I'm working on something here. Follow along.
Each other the most. Like women are the
Here go the rest of her stuff. Look.
I'm sure many of you have heard so many men say, oh, women hate each other the most. Like women are the meanest and the worst to each other. Like, and I would always be the first one defending that. Like, no, absolutely not. Like women, we support each other. We love each other. We believe each other. I mean, that's been my experience. I know there are women that can be pretty, brutal and ruthless towards each other just for the sake of being brutal and ruthless to another woman. But my experience has been really just beautiful, authentic relationships I've cultivated with women that have been so supportive and great and have shown up for me. I put up a post about everything I'm going through right now with my, just finding out I'm pregnant, the whole thing, all of that. Look back on my page and you can see it's the very last video I just did. And the amount of women in the comments, just mean. And I get it. If you watch the video.
Now, look, what she say is just mean. What is she saying is just mean? Let's see.
There are people like, girl, why would you do that? Why would you do? There's so many people telling me, get rid of your baby, it's going to ruin your life. I get the perspective of saying you have a choice. Just consider you have other options. I totally get that perspective. And I don't mind it because we all have different experiences, but the meanness, they're like, you waited till 41 to let a married man get you pregnant and you keeping it. Don't let it ruin your life. You're going to it's a ruiner and this and that. My baby's not a life ruiner. But
now, Dolomite, what's good? What we're talking about, first of all, 41 trying to have a man's baby. Married man, you want to ruin that man's marriage. But guess what else you want to do? At 41, you'll give that man any kind of baby. You said you were spotting. You was in the hospital getting all sorts of tests. It's not right for you to be pregnant, amongst other things. Okay? Now, you're mad that people are telling you, yo, you misrepresented what having a pussy is like.
They failed at controlling their pussy.
What I'm going to do in this video is take control and I'm going to prophesy.
They failed at controlling their pussy.
And I'm going to speak life over me and my baby. That video to vent, and I posted that video hoping maybe there was a person or two out there that could understand, that maybe went through a similar situation and could provide some insight. And to the women that personally DM'd me and shared their personal experiences and tried to relate to me, I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. Because please go look at that post and look at them comments. Not even like, hey, you're a human. You're a woman. I've been hurt before too. Somebody or somebodies have done me wrong too.
Pay attention. She said somebody has done her wrong, but she got diagnosed with an ectopic pregnancy and other things that we probably don't know about. But we're going to break all that down. Let's go.
May not have led to pregnancy, may have, but I get it. I get how you could think things are one way and then the rug can just get ripped out from under you. Consider your options, sis. Wish you the best.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV?
You know, not get on that table. You need an Uber? What did somebody else tell me? Reverse the contract, send it back.
But them all valid. Listen, baby, they all valid. You pregnant by a married man who telling you he don't want the baby. So now you gonna bring a baby into this world at this time, at this period in time?
Don't worry about the period in time. The fact that she's going to have a 41-year-old pussy baby with box defects and things of that nature. Yeah, Princella done changed up, though. That's my baby. I don't like no wigged up bitch. You know?
To practically screw the baby life up because you ain't got no support system. The father don't want the baby, he married. But she want somebody to sugarcoat it. She want people to sugarcoat it. So now she gonna prophesy over the baby. She gonna prophesy over the baby. I'm gonna speak life over my baby. You about to get ready to have a baby that is finna be abandoned by his father. And you won't spare that child the pain that they finna get ready to have to go through. And you want to bring a baby in during Trump and Elon Musk bullshit?
Back. I have different thoughts.
I'm saying, women.
My baby's not an it. It's a baby. And I know you may have different thoughts on what classifies a baby at what time and term and weeks and trimester. And that's fine. I'm not here to debate that with you. I'm talking about mine. It's not a life ruiner. My baby is anointed and will be a blessing to many. My baby will be strong.
She thinks she having Jesus. She thinks she finna birth Jesus. Hello.
What did somebody else tell me? Reverse the contract, send it back. Somebody in the comments says send it back. Okay. My baby's not an it. It's a baby. And I know you may have different thoughts on what classifies a baby at what time and term and weeks and trimester. And that's fine. I'm not here to debate that with you. I'm talking about mine. It's not a life ruiner. My baby is anointed and will be a blessing to many. My baby will be strong and confident and capable. My baby is going to be raised in a faith family, in a church that will protect it and surround it and be prayer warriors. My baby is being born to the best grandmother it could possibly have in the world, and uncles and aunts, godmom and best friend and friends. My baby has a village, great uncles. And I'm talking about good men for my baby to be able to see and look at. And I'm proud of that. I'm not proud of the circumstance and how it happened. And it sucks. But I am so thankful because I could be really 1,000% alone. And I got a village. I got a team. Y'all have no idea the warriors I have that will surround me in a circle and pray that thing down. So all of those comments saying all of that negative stuff or making it seem like
Black folks was praying for God and Jesus to come help their ass during slavery. And he.
Listen, man. This woman is looking to fuck that man over. She's 41 years old. That man got her pregnant. He said, I do not want the baby. I'm back with my wife. That bitch said, I'm going to still have your baby and try to get this child support. But there's one problem. I don't know if she has an ectopic pregnancy, but she's saying that she does not. She's only 6 weeks. And she's talking all of this shit like her pussy can actually bring a baby to term. It's crazy. Hey, Bernie, what's good?
He never showed up. And she talk about the village gonna pray. Is the village gonna give your baby money? Huh? Is they gonna help watch the baby and shit? Is they gonna do more than pray? Right?
Not claiming it. As a matter of fact, I rebuke it. Then I bind it. Then I release it into the atmosphere, and then I send it to the pit of hell. In fact, I rebuke it. This is just going to crash my world and burn. I am not claiming it. As a matter of fact, I rebuke it. Then I bind it. Then I release it into the atmosphere, and then I send it to the pit of hell. That's what I do.
Y'all don't think this sounds like mental illness?
I do. I do think it sounds like mental illness, but more importantly, she's trying to get that child support. She is dying to have that baby so she can fuck his marriage up and get child support. You understand? And she will, like I say, have a defective baby, handicapped baby, or anything, or go through the miscarriage just to try to fleece that man.
Are y'all sure y'all don't think that sounds like mental illness?
All right, so that was the end of that. I just wanted to let y'all know what we're dealing with today. Real fleecing of the men, okay? This is going to be a great class, I promise you guys. You want to see how these bitches ain't shit. This is it here. This is it. You know, I have a village argument was legitimate back in the 90s when it was still a strong male foundation around with the silent generation grandparents. They don't have that anymore. Oh boy, you should have never said that, because now you triggered off Bernie.
You don't have the primary relationship. A man, the first business, your first network is family. You don't have it. You have shit. You have stuff. You have bags and purses and coats and trips and dogs and plants and candles and fragrance and shoes and shit.
Oh boy. If you thought that was bad, wait till you see this one, guys.
At the Institute for Advanced Reconstruction, we're more than just world-class surgeons. We're the
That Tuesday, I started ones, and I'll just get lemons at the store, even though lemons apparently aren't in season right now. But anyway, I just want to come on here and chat with you, be honest about how I'm feeling, in case somebody else recently just went through an ectopic pregnancy and is feeling the same way, so you don't feel alone.
Ectopic pregnancy, Bernie. Ectopic pregnancy. You understand? Ectopic pregnancy. Okay. Ectopic pregnancy. Ectopic pregnancy. Okay. Where the fertilized egg implants outside the uterus, often where the fallopian tube, and can damage the tube and lead to future blockages. Okay. Ectopic pregnancy, where the baby grows, outside the uterus. Now, how does that happen? How does the baby grow outside of the uterus? That happens because the woman had blockage in the fallopian tube. And I taught class early this morning, how do the fallopian tubes get blocked, Prince? The fallopian tube gets blocked from something called pelvic inflammatory disease. How does that happen, Prince? Because women get gonorrhea, chlamydia, and the infection rather climbs up to their fallopian tubes, and it hardens and it blocks the tube. Okay. And this is how the baby could get stuck in the fallopian tube. Okay. And once the baby gets stuck in the fallopian tube, you cannot have the baby. Okay. You cannot have the baby. All right. Black women may experience delays in diagnosis and treatment for these conditions. Prevalence in Black women. Listen, Bernie, what is the important consideration about ectopic pregnancies in Black women? conditions like endometriosis, fibroids, PCOS, which can contribute to blocked fallopian tubes, are more prevalent amongst Black women. Okay. What are the other factors? Conditions like PCOS increase the risk of tube blockage. But most importantly, it's called PID, pelvic inflammatory disorder. And that is the main cause of blockage. So if you have PID plus endometriosis, PCOS, and fibroids, your tubes have a great chance to be blocked, which will give you an ectopic pregnancy. Now, do you think any man that's fucking with these bitches would know anything about that? Of course not. Okay. And this woman we covered earlier, she caught gonorrhea when she was 18. She still looked really good and was end up to bag a nigga with big money. And now they got to adopt because she was having, ectopic pregnancies cannot birth a child. If you ever hear ectopic pregnancy, that child will not be born. Okay? So once you get in that position, it's over. And these are the positions with the conditions that we all know already, plus the PID, which we're going to get into so you guys can know about PID, with that gonorrhea and that the past gonorrhea, past chlamydia. The woman had it when she was 18. But by the time she turned grown, those infections had went up into her tubes and hardened and created the bacteria that the baby couldn't pass through. Okay?
Because right now, I'm not gonna lie, I low-key kind of feel alone. So it has been 11 days since my surgery, which is crazy. I can't believe it's already been 11 days. And physically, I feel pretty good. I'm sorry if you can hear my cats eating in the back there. I just fed them. Physically, I'm feeling pretty good. Like my incisions and like where the surgery was, like it doesn't hurt anymore. And I'm definitely not in the pain that I was in before I got my surgery. That pain was so unbearable. Like I'm not even anything was wrong. Like I just knew. I've been pregnant twice. I have my son and then I had a surrogate baby.
Now, pay attention. She had a son from some other dude, and then she also had a surrogate baby. So she had a son, and then she had a surrogate baby for somebody else. Now she finally meets the man of her dreams. Okay?
Knew in my gut that something was wrong. Like I just knew. I've been pregnant twice. I have my son and then I had a surrogate baby almost 3 years ago. And not once did I ever feel that kind of pain while I was pregnant. So I just knew that something was wrong. So that Tuesday, I started watching videos online about like bleeding during pregnancy and if it's normal, if it's not. Blah, blah, blah. Like I watched a million videos. I watched doctors, nurses, and just regular women talking about their experiences. And there was one video that I watched, and I don't remember the girl or like her name or anything, but there was one video that I watched and it felt pain. So I was like, after the pain came back the second time, I knew that it was an ectopic pregnancy. I just knew. How they determine if you're having an ectopic pregnancy is they do blood work to test your HCG, which is the pregnancy hormone. And if it's at a certain level, like it's supposed to go up in levels, as your pregnancy progresses. So if it's at a certain level and you are not showing a baby in your uterus on the ultrasound, you're having an ectopic pregnancy. My levels were at around, I think they said like 6,000. And at that point, like you should have fetal activity in your uterus, and there was nothing in my uterus. So that's how they knew it was an ectopic pregnancy. I went to the hospital 2 times. I went on Wednesday and I went on Thursday. When I went on Wednesday, they told me that I was having a cyst, a possible ectopic. They weren't really sure. So they gave me this medication. I don't really remember the name of it, but I'll put it right here. And that's
now it's a medicine called methotrexate. Not a good medicine. It's for cancer patients dealing with chemo and all that stuff. Okay, we'll get into that later.
To basically dissolve the cells that are existing. Hold on, I'm gonna take the shot real quick before it like all settles to the bottom, which it already has. Oh, God, it's like super spicy. Cheers.
When do women, in particular Black women, when do they start doing drinks for their body and drinks to take care of themselves? Let's go.
It low-key tastes like a Mexican candy. This is mango flavored. Ooh, spicy. And this is the pineapple flavored greens, which is pretty good. Okay, so They didn't really know what was going on when I went on Wednesday, to be honest. Like the nurse that I had that night was so sweet. She was like the sweetest soul, and she just like was calming me down because I was crying and I was just super scared, and it was just very emotional for me because I found out that, you know, my pregnancy wasn't viable. So
my pregnancy wasn't viable. What did I teach you? Ectopic pregnancy, you are not having the baby. It's over. Okay? Over.
And she just like was calming me down because I was crying and I was just super scared, and it was just very emotional for me because I found out that, you know, my pregnancy wasn't viable. So not only was I in excruciating physical pain, I was devastated. Like what I thought was going to be just got taken away from me in an instant. And it was really, really hard. And I'm sure it was hard on my boyfriend too, because, you know, he obviously wasn't in pain, but seeing your partner in pain, I can only imagine, is terrifying. And I was in a lot of pain. Like they had to give me strong drugs to make me feel somewhat normal.
All right, guys, there we are. We at that part of the story where her boyfriend, all the rules apply at this point. She got her boyfriend. She got her boyfriend, and look at what he has to go through. Shit, I try to teach you niggas every day.
Instant. And it was really, really hard. And I'm sure it was hard on my boyfriend too, because, you know, he obviously wasn't in pain, but seeing your partner in pain, I can only imagine, is
what I teach you. After they trap you, we are good black men. You think we want to see somebody we've been fucking and building a bond with and believe we're going to take care of and want to have a baby with? You believe we want to see her dying right before us? No, we're going to care and we're going to want to do for her.
Terrifying. And I was in a lot of pain. Like they had to give me strong drugs to make me feel somewhat normal, because it was
now she got to have strong drugs to make her feel somewhat normal. Contamination of the pussy. Let's go.
It was so unbearable. And I feel like I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but that was not it. It was just, I can't even explain how bad it was. So they gave us a shot. They told me to relax for a few days and then come back on Saturday to test my blood levels to make sure that the HCG level is going down. That's how they determine if it's working. So the next day, this was Thursday. So on Thursday, I stayed in bed all day. And then around like 5:30, Calvin was like, okay, like come downstairs. And
Calvin said, come downstairs. Calvin's a good man. Calvin said, come get something to eat. You've been in the bed all day. I done chose this badass pussy. Now I got to give a damn. Let's go, Calvin. Good man.
Thursday, I stayed in bed all day. And then around like 5:30, Calvin was like, okay, like come downstairs and try to eat something. So he got me food. I went downstairs, and the second I started like moving and got up and started walking downstairs, the pain came back. And I was like, this is the third time that this pain came back. And I was just like, fuck, like I knew that something was wrong. Like I just knew. They did not tell me that that was normal. They didn't say we were going to feel the same pain. Like, no, they were like, if you feel pain, come back in right away.
You go home and you feel like, okay, I'm having a little bit of pain. Oh my God, the pain is super bad. There is still a small chance that we can give the medicine and the pregnancy still grows and you still have a ruptured ectopic. Okay. So you need to come back.
Damn. There's a chance that we could give you the medicine and the which is the methotrexate, and we could rupture your ectopic pregnancy. Praise Jesus. Let's go.
You have significant pain.
So this night we had Elijah, because we had taken him to my friend's house the night before. This night we had him with us, like in this moment. So he saw that I was in a lot of pain, which I didn't want him to see. Like I don't want to show him his mom being like weak. I know I was.
There you go. That's how you know she was a single mother that trapped Calvin. Okay? Because she want to be strong with Calvin right there. You stupid bitch. Fuck you want to be strong and your box ain't shit when you got good Calvin right there. Let's go.
Because we had taken him to my friend's house the night before. This night we had him with us, like in this moment. So he saw that I was in a lot of pain, which I didn't want him to see. Like I don't want to show him his mom being like weak. I know I wasn't being weak because I was obviously going through a lot internally, but still I just felt like I didn't want him to see his mom like that. So I was super sad about that, but I couldn't help it. So I called my dad and I asked my dad, hey, like, is it okay if I drop blood? Well, pretty much like after my surgery was honestly a blur. Like I posted a vlog about that time because the internet is like scary to be honest, but I know that there is more good in this world than bad, and I have to tell myself that. So that's why I do it. But anyway, it's still hard. So yeah, we got to the hospital and they did an ultrasound. And the second the doctor did an ultrasound on me, she was like, we're going to have to do surgery. You're bleeding internally and we need to get you into surgery like now. And I just started crying and I was just so scared. I was so sad. I knew that more than likely I was going to have to lose a fallopian tube, which I did. And it broke my heart. Like
I knew I was going to lose a fallopian tube and I did. And it broke my heart. Now Bernie, you wasn't there, but Dolomite was there. He found out this morning why she lost her tube. Okay. He found out this morning why she lost her tube. She don't want to talk about that part. That's why we here, Bernie. Watch this. Bitch think she getting away with that? Oh, no, you ain't. Watch this. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The reason why black women have their fallopian tubes blocked, okay, often caused from sexually transmitted infections like chlamydia and gonorrhea, which can lead to scarring and blockage of the fallopian tubes. Other factors include endometriosis, fibroids, and past ectopic pregnancies or abdominal surgeries like that, the band gastro surgery, all this stuff that they do, all the weight loss surgeries, everything could cause PID. And that's why her fallopian tubes is blocked. But she's not going to talk about that part. Let's cook. Sorry, guys. Can't let these bitches get away with this shit because she's fleecing Calvin.
And I just started crying and I was just so scared. I was so sad. I knew that more than likely I was going to have to lose a fallopian tube, which I did. And it broke my heart. Like literally, I was just like telling doctor, like, please try to save my tube because there is a chance that they could save it, but there's also a chance that they can't. And they couldn't save it. And so I had to get my fallopian tube removed and I was devastated. And I just kept asking the doctor, like, am I going to be able to have kids? Am I going to be able to have kids? And like, honestly, now I'm still scared. Like, I really want to have kids of my own trying.
Now, this was weird. She said, I want to have kids on my own. So she was a surrogate for some other people, like a stupid bitch. And then she was a single mother, I believe. But now she's talking about she want to have kids on her own. So it makes me, I was questioning myself like, hey, so is the little boy her son? I'm going to say, yeah. Okay. Because we know she's stupid. And that lines up with everything we know.
It takes a real stupid bitch to want to be a single mom. Okay.
So she wanted to be strong for her son. Now, she wants to have a family of her own because she has Calvin now. Calvin is everything she wants. She finally got the right man, which is Calvin. Don't worry about it, that nigga. I got you, baby. Look, she wanted this nigga named Calvin, who is the best man she ever had. She was a surrogate for some other people. And she was a single mother. Let's go.
I'm still scared. Like, I really want to have kids of my own trying to, like, stay positive. And I don't want to be one of those people who just come on here and cry. Because last time I cried on the internet about how I was feeling after I gave birth, people came for me. But, yeah, I just don't understand why this had to happen to us.
Why this had to happen to us, fam? Why this had to happen to us, pimpin'? Now, this is the only thing that she really, really is caring about. This is the truth. Why this had to happen. Now that I got Calvin, now that I got the good man, look at what I did to myself.
People came for me. But, yeah, I just don't understand why this had to happen to us. And it makes me so sad because I know that Calvin was so excited to be a dad and Elijah was so excited to be a brother.
I know that Calvin was so excited to be a dad. So that means Calvin don't have any kids. You understand me? Calvin don't have any kids.
Happened to us. And it makes me so sad.
Nah, them tears been gone. Yo, them tears been gone. Yeah, I told you before, we laugh at the tears nowadays. That's how far them tears have been gone. We actually laugh at them. We like, boo. Baby, when I used to love you. We used to love you.
Why this had to happen to us. And it makes me so sad because I know that Calvin was so excited to be a dad and Elijah was so excited to be a brother. but I was so excited to be a mom again. And it's just been really hard for me, you guys. Like I am trying every day to, like.
What I teach you niggas. What I teach you niggas, B. What I teach you, man, about when they break down like this, when it's real. What I teach you when it's real. This is real.
Her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a fucking little baby with her.
I am trying every day to, like, I'm trying every day to, like, get out of bed and be productive and do things while I have this time, like, off from work, but I just can't, like, get out of bed in the mornings. It's just so hard. I just want to, like, stay in bed all day. Like, I didn't even make my bed this morning. And you guys know, if you watch my videos, like, I am so strict about making my bed every morning. Like, it's something that just keeps me going. Like, my room is such a mess right now because I just haven't had the energy to clean and because I'm just so sad all the time.
There you have it, family. The only real tears is when that box don't work. You know? You got the man. You look good. Yeah, you look good. Ma'am, you look good. Calvin thought you looked good and was wholesome. He thought he had the whole package. You see that? He thought he had the whole package. That's what Calvin thought. No way in hell Calvin thought this was going to be his future.
Every morning, like, it's something that just keeps me going. Like, my room is such a mess right now because I just haven't had the energy to clean and because I'm just so sad all the time. It could be worse, and I just feel like guilty about being sad, but I'm just so sad. I'm sorry, I didn't freaking think I was gonna end up crying. It's not how I wanted this video to go.
There you have it. Tough. We crying for Calvin, bitch. Amen, Bernie. That's what we crying for. Amen. That's what we crying for, bitch.
I'm so blessed to have everything I have in my life. So I really just have to, like, move on. But it's just like a grief that I've never felt before. I've obviously grieved many things in my life before. I feel like people think of grief when they think of, like, when someone dies, which of course, like, obviously that is true.
Hello? You just had an ectopic pregnancy. The child cannot be born. But let me ask you this question, sister. Let me ask you this. You taking any questions, sis? I love you. Let's say you was able to go through with the ectopic pregnancy and the baby would grow in the tubes and everything, and you didn't know the dangers of it. Would you still go through with the pregnancy and just give Calvin any fucking thing? Let me ask you that.
People think of grief when they think of, like, when someone dies, which of course, like, obviously that is true, but, like, there's grieving so many other ways. You could grieve, if you leave a job that you really loved, or
you could grieve if you leave a job somewhere. That's all bitches equate everything to, getting this money. Let's go.
Maybe you just were there for a long time and you leave and it's a change. Like, sometimes you have to grieve that, or if move on from a friendship or a romantic relationship, you have to grieve that loss. Like, it's
you got to grieve from a relationship, but this is different.
Hard. Life is so hard. So yeah, if you're going through this right now, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's so hard. It's hard.
I'm teaching here. I'm teaching now. Let's go.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. You're just a flightless bird.
I'm sorry. She got me. She broke me, son. She broke me. I try to stay serious all the time. She broke me on this one. I tried to stay focused. She fleeced the fuck out of Calvin. Calvin, you a fucking clown. Yo, this nigga Calvin is a fucking clown. I'm sorry, man. She got me. I'm sorry, dog. She got me.
So yeah, if you're going through this right now, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's so hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my life. Sorry guys, like I know that it's so cringe when people cry on the internet, so I'm really sorry about that, but I just can't help it right now. And I'm hoping that me being vulnerable helps someone else out there. Like I had to force myself to do my hair this morning because I haven't been wanting to like.
Boo, you look good. Boo, you look good. Boo, you look good. Any of us would like to fuck on you. After all, that's all you're worth. Ma'am, you don't got that cachet. You don't have that extra leeway where you like, yo, you should care about me. I can have your babies. Ma'am, that pussy dead. And you look good. You should not be. Wipe the blood clot tears off your face. What a lovely looking girl like you crying about. Yeah, that's Eddie Murphy Jamaican. I could talk Jamaican better than that. This is Eddie Murphy Jamaican.
Me being vulnerable helps someone else out there. Like I had to force myself to do my hair this morning because I haven't been wanting to like get dressed or do anything. I've just been so freaking sad. Calvin.
Yo, Bernie. I don't like being disrespected. King Disagreeable's in the building, first and foremost. Second of all, I don't like being disrespected. Amen. Now, when I'm disrespected, and you know me, Bernie, I love you to death, but when I'm disrespected, that makes me say hit the cash app. When somebody tries to disrespect me as a professor, thinking I don't have everything that they desire when talking about this subject matter, that will make me say hit the cash app. Now, that's some shit I don't play. Don't ever think I don't got anything you need. I am one of the top box investigators in all the land. You understand me, son? I don't play that shit.
So, guys, this past Friday, we found out that we were pregnant, and we were happy and joyful, as you can imagine. But just yesterday, we found out that Haley was going through an ectopic pregnancy and had to go through emergency.
Bernie, is that good enough for you? Shit like that make me say hit the cash app. Don't ever fucking disrespect me. Don't ever disrespect me. I don't play that shit. Let's go.
We were happy and joyful, as you can imagine. But just yesterday, we found out that Haley was going through an ectopic pregnancy and had to go through emergency surgery to get the baby removed. Just wanted to come on here and just let you guys know that we'll be taking a break from social media and
just for a short period of time.
Bitch, if you don't go shut the fuck up, you done fuck this man's life up. She in the background talking. I ain't see this video. Whoa. To get the baby removed. Pay attention, class. To get the baby removed. She trapped this nigga.
This past Friday, we found out that we were pregnant, and we were happy and joyful, as you can imagine. But just yesterday, we found out that Haley was going through an ectopic pregnancy and had to go through emergency surgery to get the baby removed. Just wanted to come on here and just let you guys know that we'll be taking a break from social media and
just for a short period of time while we kind of just process everything.
While we can just process everything. And that is where the problem is right there, fam. How did you have an ectopic pregnancy, sis? Well, they said something was blocking my fallopian tubes. How did your fallopian tubes get blocked, sis? I don't know. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. Shit pisses me the fuck off sometimes, man. It's a fucking lie, man. You know? Your fallopian tubes is blocked because you got PID. How do you get PID? It's usually caused by chlamydia and gonorrhea.
It's just a lot emotionally. I mean, it's the reason why I'm not in front of the camera right now. I really don't want to be the person to cry on TikTok. But we appreciate the love and support that you guys have given. I know a lot of you guys just yesterday have made a lot of comments on when you can expect a baby. That's the reason why we kind of
wanted to come out and say something so that, you know, you guys could be a little more sensitive to what we have going on in our lives.
But we will be back on social media. We just need to take a very short break and give ourselves some time for the next few days. But we genuinely appreciate
look at this clown. Unfucking believable.
And I'm very appreciative.
He's a good man.
Just all that you guys have done. And we just ask that you continue just to lift our family up in prayer during this time.
Unbelievable.
And we just appreciate y'all.
Yes.
But we'll be back. We'll be back soon.
We will. And pray for Haley's healing, because she did have to go through surgery and can barely get around the house by herself. So she is healing through abdominal pains and stuff just in the midsection of her stomach. So good job.
There you have it. There you have it, man. Now this nigga ain't gonna cry, nigga.
Just pray for that for us, please. Thank y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate all the support you guys have given to us, and please keep us in your prayers during our time of need.
Okay, Bernie, you the one want to jump the show. You know, I'm trying to cook up here. Here you go. That's why I was like, yo, you don't want to see this shit, son. It'll break your heart. All right, so let's move on, man. I'll give you one more over here, man. Fuck, yo, I don't want to get to the heartbreaking section.
All right, guys. Back at the OB office.
Back at it again.
We're gonna get an update.
Oh yeah.
On what?
I'm having PTSD being in this hospital again.
And you know what? I think it's about time for the OB to start paying, because I'm putting in too much work.
Too much work.
Guys, I have terrible luck. I can only imagine.
Oh boy. What the hell is this thing do?
Stop touching that. You know he probably touches people with that, and then you just touch that.
I need to wash my hands.
Yeah, you do.
Right, Bernie. Dolomite, bro, right. The funny thing is Black don't know he a hostage yet. He can't even talk, and he ain't did nothing wrong. He's sitting there saying, yo, we got to care about Haley. He ain't did nothing wrong. He don't know how that woman went ectopic. He don't know what caused it. And this the shit that we here to teach his ass.
There ain't no way he's using that on you, is it?
Sit down. You know what that is.
No.
This is what you got to go through. This is what it is, man. Let these bitches have these babies late. This is what you go through.
Oh no, it ain't only cookies. I got lots of questions. He don't like my questions. What do you mean?
I don't know.
He's gonna stick that thing in my thing and he's gonna look around.
Again? I asked the doctor if there's.
Okay.
He told me.
He didn't answer the question.
He didn't answer.
He just started laughing.
Hold on.
I asked the doctor if there was a better way to conceive.
He asked the doctor if there was a better way to conceive. That's fucked up. But like I said, once you got the Pussycat Facts report, look at her face. Bitch can't say shit. She knows she ain't the best way. Look at her. Did he ask the doctor, yo, look, that man got money. That man doing his thing. You hear me? What is a better way for me to conceive? This bitch ain't worth shit.
The doctor if there's a better way to conceive. You know what he told me?
He didn't answer the question.
He didn't answer.
He just started laughing.
Started laughing and saying.
The doctor started laughing because the doctor wanted to say, yeah, get you another pussy. You heard me? You don't hear me though. You don't hear me though. You don't hear me though. Brothers, I have taught you how to be doctors. I know they want you to go to school, brother. You know a doctor can't even put this shit into practice like I can, especially, he want to remain professional, The man asked him, class, I'm going to ask y'all, class, hey, class, if this man asks you this question, what would you tell him?
Doctor, there's a better way to conceive. I asked the doctor if there's a better way to conceive.
This man came to the class and said, class, here's my wife. We just got diagnosed with XYZ. Class, is there a better way for me to conceive? I know you guys know everything about box over here. That's why I came to this class. Class, is there a better way to conceive? Class, please answer that man. Plain, what's good?
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a fucking little baby with her. Amen.
That is a tough question to ask in front of your bitch to a doctor.
Well. I asked the doctor if there's a better way to conceive. You know what he told me?
He didn't answer the question.
He didn't answer.
He just started laughing.
Started laughing and saying you mean the hip thrusters or something like that, but no, didn't tell me no good way to do it.
The better way is to find another womb.
Amen.
Class, he came to us with one of the easiest questions. We study tough shit over here like PID, ectopic pregnancy, how the fallopian tubes are blocked. He come to us with some of the most elementary shit. Yo, get a working box, player.
Her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a fucking little baby with her. Amen.
Like that, but no, didn't tell me no good way to do it.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, guys. Yo, let me tell you something. Let me tell you why I'm most proud of you niggas. I'm most proud of you niggas because you niggas know when that bitch say it was embarrassing, you niggas know she means it. And you don't see women from the internet to wherever saying honest stuff like that. Because it's never a case unless the Pussycat Fact Report is had by the man that she loves and she knows that he cares about her. So it don't matter now.
I'm like that, but no, didn't tell me no good way to do it.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
Well, I was being serious because now you're down a tube.
Yeah, guys, I'm down a tube. But for real, they said I need to start taking all my vitamins again.
I need to start taking all my vitamins again. Who said that shit earlier? Somebody said it earlier she fucking up her box with the man. Right. Dolomite said it. She's still gonna do it by herself, even with him being there. She's still fucking the box up. I gotta start taking my vitamins after you got a good man already.
Yeah, guys, I'm down a tube. But for real, they said I need to start taking all my vitamins again.
I'm gonna force feed them to her.
And then they said that after a month, because I got to get the medicine out of my system, now we can start trying to have a baby again. But I'm traumatized, y'all, and I just don't want to do this no more. There's a fly in my car.
That's what I said. I said, is there like, is this going to happen again? Because
there you go. Man got a Pussycat Facts Report, is able to make an informed decision. That's all you can ask for as a man. He looked like he has plenty common sense. He like, yo, this box ain't shit. And what Bernie and Dolomite teach you niggas and Platt, keep quiet. We know her box ain't shit. You know her box ain't shit. You don't got to parade it around. Go have you some fucking babies. And let me tell you why. Because she don't give a fuck about you. And she'll say, look, go, brother. Go out. Go have you some babies, man. I'm a selfish woman for keeping you all to myself. I cannot produce that for you. Look at you. You one of them country white boys. You want to take your children hunting, fishing, like your daddy did. You should not be trapped to me. You love me too much. Get out of here.
No more. There's a fly in my car.
That's what I said. I said, is there like, is this going to happen again? Because I was traumatized too.
No, guys, he asked if I was to get pregnant in a month, if this would happen again. So he's not even holding his horses.
Nope.
Should he have to? Should he have to hold his horses? Or do that? Did that man grow up saying he gonna have some babies just like his daddy? Man shouldn't have to hold his horses for you, bitch. But see, I didn't want to be here right now. Bernie did this stupid shit. Hit the Cash App, man. You fucking got us over here. We ain't supposed to be at this mean ass portion yet. Let's go.
I said, nope. I said, so like, what happens if she gets pregnant right now?
And that medicine's in my system.
And he said, we don't want to do that. So now we're going to have to take extra precautionary measures.
See that? That's what a man got to go through. This is a weird relationship because she knows she's up Shit's Creek. This nigga don't play. She's up Shit's Creek and she's worried.
We don't want to do that. So now we're going to have to take extra precautionary measures.
We're just not going to do it. I'm traumatized.
We're going to do it.
We're not going to do it.
It's a perfect rainy day for a reason.
You know what? Those times when you just get home and you just want to sit in your car in like silence. That's one of those times. Like this is one of those times. But he just want to get out of the car.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm not that loud.
You gotta be kidding me. It's just your presence. Like I need to unwind in the car. Y'all, I have gained 5 pounds from that surgery. I can't say just that surgery, but just like laying in bed.
I gained a pound because I can't stop eating Pop-Tarts and honey buns. Shit. I'm out of here.
There you have it, man. Her body mad sloppy. It can only get worse. Woo, Bernie. You see that? You asked for this, Bernie. You asked for this, Bernie. This nigga, he ain't playing with her. He like, yo, sis, look, man, I'm a white boy. I'm a get wild white boy. I don't play these games, man. You made me think you had a wholesome body, man. Come on. Shit, I could go fuck one of them blacks and get better than you. Damn. Sheesh. All right, man. Let's go back to the other shit. This nigga Bernie is horrible. He want to see all this mean shit. Yeah, this nigga Bernie's a mean nigga. This guy is, you want to talk about mean. Woo.
My mom told me that I was.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I wanted to come on here and make this video for anyone who may be experiencing or going through or just went through an ectopic pregnancy, such as myself. All our experiences have kind of been different, but if somebody has one similar to mine, hopefully this can help you. I found out on May the 6th that I was pregnant. I had my last period March 22nd. So I had taken several tests between that time and everything came back negative. So when I found out I was pregnant on the 6th of May, my first OB appointment was on the 10th. During that appointment, they did a vaginal ultrasound and she let me know that they did not see anything in my uterus. So she was afraid that I was possibly actively miscarrying because I had been spotting and bleeding. So she did my labs, she checked my HCG levels, and she told me in 48 hours that she wanted me to come back to get my lab.
By the time I'm finished with you guys are going to know this information, okay? Let's go.
Again, because if I am actively pregnant, they should double within 48 hours. I went back, got my labs done. Mine did not double, but they did rise. They did go up. And with that, she decided she wanted to do another vaginal ultrasound. And when she did, she discovered that I was having an ectopic pregnancy in my right fallopian tube. So an ectopic pregnancy could be fatal to the mother that's carrying if your tube were to rupture. If you don't know.
And ectopic pregnancy can be fatal to the mother. You know, the tube or the pregnancy can rupture. But these are gladiators. They're so tough they can live through that shit. But let's see what else she says. Let's see if she tells the truth like I've been teaching you guys.
Basically, it is when you get pregnant, but your baby does not go to your uterus. It implants in your fallopian tube. It can implant in your ovary. Basically, anywhere outside of your uterus, it can implant itself. And mine was in my right fallopian tube. And if it bursts, you can have internal bleeding. If you don't get to the ER in time, you could possibly die. So it was very scary, her telling me that, because at that point, I was already 8 weeks pregnant. So she asked me if I wanted to do surgery, but I found out during surgery, that means you have to get your fallopian tube removed. Wherever the baby implanted itself, it has to be removed. Only other option was to do the methotrexate, which is a cancer medication.
Methotrexate, guys, a cancer medication that they give these women to, you know, push through the fallopian tube, to say it in a nice way.
Take to help to stop the growth of the pregnancy and basically dissolve the pregnancy. So I was trying to do everything in my power to save my tube, because I have been told that I have PCOS symptoms, and we were already having a little bit of trouble trying to conceive. And
need I say more, class? I've already had PCOS symptoms, and we have been trying to conceive. After we had made the conception, right? My tubes are blocked. Well, man, why did that happen? And let's see if she breaks that down. Yeah, that nigga. I told you it was going to be heartbreaking. Nobody wanted to believe when I talk that shit. Yo, we care about the black woman. You think we want to see pussy after pussy go through this shit? And look what she said. We was trying to conceive. It's how they trap our men. We got good men in our communities, man. You know, shit is wild. These are the good men that should be out reproducing. They're stuck with this bullshit.
Her telling me that, because at that point I was already 8 weeks pregnant. So she asked me if I wanted to do surgery, but I found out during surgery, that means you have to get your fallopian tube removed. Wherever the baby implanted itself, it has to be removed. Only other option was to do the methotrexate, which is a cancer medication that you can take to help to stop the growth of the pregnancy and basically dissolve the pregnancy. So I was trying to do everything in my power to save my tube, because I have been told that I have PCOS symptoms, and we were already having a little bit of trouble trying to conceive, and anything I could do to save my tube, that's where I was trying to go. That was my route. So we did the shot. Between day 4 and day 7, they draw your labs again. Your labs are supposed to drop at least 15%. If they don't drop that 15%, like your HCG, then they go back and administer another dose. From my understanding, she told me that I can only do up to 2. After the 2 doses, if it's not working, then the next step would be to have the surgery. Luckily, mine did drop that 15%, and I didn't have to get another dose of the shot. So I thought I was in the clear. By day 10, I had started expelling clots, so I thought everything was working.
Yeah, I spilled my tea, man. I would have been back quicker, man. My fault. I thought I could get in and out of there real quick. My fault. What happened, Bernie? What happened?
But come to find out, between day 7 and up until about 2 weeks ago, I was in the most excruciating pain I ever felt in my life. And I like to give myself a higher pain tolerance. I'm not saying it's the highest, but I feel like I have a pretty high pain tolerance. And I was in tears. Like, my body would do this. Like, my fingers would do this. Like, I would lock up randomly out of nowhere. The cramps would hit me in my lower back and like in the regular area where I would cramp at. But every time I went to the doctor, they would recheck my HCG levels. They were still dropping.
Damn.
I was having more pain. And so I finally...
Damn, these bitches ain't shit, son.
I wanted to come on here and make this video.
Oh, okay, hold on. I got to refresh. So let's go to the other one while we reset that one. Damn. I'm glad I missed all that, man. Sheesh. These sisters are something the fuck else, man. Let me tell you, man. Oh, I got this other bitch for y'all. I got it. Let me try to do that before my gladiator get in here, man.
That I would start crying.
Oh, so you corporate types think you're rock stars?
That's as ridiculous as us being
crying.
Hey guys, what is about, so I'm not going to do any type of introduction on it. It's pretty self-explanatory, and pretty much I just want to share my experience. This is the second time I have gone through this, and to be honest, this time was way much more hard to deal with. I'm still dealing with it. It's very difficult, and I chose to...
Damn, Bernie, I'm glad I missed all that shit. Goodness gracious.
Record now rather than later, because I still want to be in that vulnerable stage. I don't want to bring this up later on. I just want to get everything out of the way now, explain my experience. So yeah, this is pretty much what this video is about. Big pregnancy video. If you haven't, I will leave it in the cards. That one happened about 4 years ago now. So you guys could check that one out first. That one happened about 4 years ago. But anyway, so let me get into pretty much what happened. So if you guys notice, I haven't been uploading my usual amounts. Like, I've been probably posting once a week.
This bitch got music on her shit. I didn't know that, man. Don't worry, I got stuff that's better than that. Matter of fact, let's just get to when she break down.
I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody because of course, I've already went through a miscarriage already, and they say not to tell anyone in case these things happen.
Yeah, let's go. Oh boy.
I've experienced hospital visits a lot. And
everything I teach you guys. Everything I teach you guys. More blood for Bernie. Here we go.
My baby's life was being terminated, and I knew once I got to this point that I would start crying. So I did get to see my baby. It was literally the size of my hands. I saw the legs, I saw the feet, y'all, I'm very sensitive, so, you know, I saw what I can, and that was it. I didn't want to hold my baby or anything. I saw it, and that was enough to know that I was able to carry and create a life when I thought for years I couldn't. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I lost my baby.
There you have it, Bernie. Dang. Oh, tried to tell y'all. Shit these bitches go through and make your head turn, son. Shit. Dang. My goodness, sister. That's why we told you, black bitches. You got way more to offer a man than your raggedy ass pussy. We've been telling you that since day one. But you kept trying. And you kept miscarrying.
And I went through this a second time. It's not a great feeling, guys. And this is exactly why I want to do the video now, because I'm still at that point where when I think about it or think about the whole experience, I cry. I'm still in the grieving stage, and I want to be completely vulnerable with you guys. and just show you that I'm human and I go through these things too.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, fellas. This is what you got in your black community. Don't get you niggas are caught up in this love and hip-hop bullshit. Oh, hell no. Hell no. This shit real shit.
At work right now, and this is like he's been with me pretty much like get to do my hair this morning because I haven't been wanting to like get dressed or do anything. I've just been so freaking sad. Calvin's at work right now, and this is like he's been with me pretty much like majority of the time.
Calvin's at work right now. He's been with me like pretty much the majority of the time. I have trapped Calvin. Calvin is just a saint.
Or do anything. I've just been so freaking sad. Calvin's at work right now, and this is like he's been with me pretty much like majority of the time. And me and him are just going through like a lot in our personal life, like just a lot. But I'm so lucky to have him, you guys. He's the best man ever besides my dad. I tell him all the time.
Why would a woman say that a man is the best man ever besides her dad? Class, why would a woman call these men the best man ever? Now, it's two people. Now, her dad most certainly don't want no pussy. So why would she call another man the best man? Now, her dad don't want no pussy. Calvin want pussy. So what makes Calvin so good like her dad? Talk to me, players.
Just a lot. But I'm so lucky to have him, you guys. He's the best man ever. You guys, he's the best man ever besides my dad. I tell him all the time. I was a single mom, and it was so hard. When Calvin came into my life, it was like
I was a single mom, and it was so hard. And then Calvin came into my life thinking I had good box. There you have it, Bernie. There you have it.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
There you have it.
I was a single mom, and it was so hard. When Calvin came into my life, it was like a missing piece that was missing, and he just completed my like heart.
There you have it, fellas. There you have it. Unfulfilling. The emptiness of Calvin.
Missing piece that was missing, and he just completed my like heart. And I just love him so much, and I just
My gladiator coming.